Hello, everyone. This is Ann Miller French with Angelic Hands, and I am doing another live this week. I've been guided by my team and spirit to do a special guided meditation for this full moon energy that we're being immersed in. Depending on where you're at in the world, I have definitely been feeling it always the days leading up to the full moon. So with today being June 24th, tomorrow being the 25th, but again, depending on where you're at in the world is going to determine, what day of the week and what time frame you're in and how you're feeling. And I just wanted to, share some things that have definitely been coming up for me these past couple of days. And I always mention that whenever there's a change with the moon cycle, I most definitely feel it. So I'm going to do a little guided meditation and also share some messages that have been coming through from Spirit as well as an oracle card. I'm going to be working with one of my newer decks. It's called Moonology. It's the oracle cards and it's by Yasmin Boland. I hope that I'm pronouncing the author's name correctly. So, yeah, these past couple of days, especially yesterday and today, I've been doing some more release work. And as I always talk about in my lives, when I'm working one on one with my clients, it's working through those layers. So I really felt like there was a holding pattern, and this is surrounding the heart chakra. And I've been doing a lot of release work surrounding, the heart, matters of the heart, clearing heart walls. I've been working on this for many, many years. And, when we look at heart walls, they're walls of energy that we've built around our heart anytime we've experienced any sort of pain, trauma, heartbreak, loss. We have grief, sadness, and it's like these barriers, and it's working through those layers and doing release work, doing surrender work, and allowing yourself to grieve, allowing yourself to process, allowing yourself to feel. I talk about that a lot. So anybody hopping on, if you want to just let me know who's here with me. It's always lovely to see who's joining me and where you're coming in from. Again, this was not a planned live today. This was just something that I really felt in my heart that I had to share with all of you. So as I work through that, I have learned to not analyze it, just allow myself to process. And I know there are a lot of tears that flowed yesterday and again today, and I just allowed myself to go through the process and to release what was coming up. And I know last year I mentioned that I experienced significant losses in my life. My dad had passed away last August, and I had two pet turtles that I loved dearly. They also passed away. So, hi, Isabel. I will be sharing. Um, a reading for all of us, Isabel, and I'll be doing that momentarily, and that's going to be for the collective. So there's some very, very powerful messages that are coming in, and that's why I'm doing this impromptu live today. So that'll be very, very shortly. Thank you for hopping on. So, yeah, whatever is coming to the surface right now, just remember to, give yourself permission to feel, get some additional rest if you need it, stay hydrated. You may even, want to play some soothing music, run a nice warm bath with some Epsom salts or your favorite essential oils. Just be kind to you and allow whatever is coming up to, really be there, be present for yourself. And I'm just going to tune in because there are quite a few things when I was hopping on, messages that were coming through from Spirit. And what I'm hearing right now is always follow your heart, like follow where you're being guided at this time. And if something feels off for you, this is, a time to do some course correction and also do some release work. So whether you practice full moon rituals, ceremonies or not, thank you for the hearts, Isabel. I love that. Just really follow where you're being guided. I used to put my crystals out at the time of the full moon to clear them, to energize them. I've learned different ways to work with different things, so it's choosing what resonates with you. And I've learned to just work with the energies, even holding the intention. Our intention is so powerful of releasing, clearing. So what I'm hearing is let go of fear if there's any fearful thoughts or any fearful behaviors or just fear in general. Working with this beautiful full moon energy, which can be an amazing catalyst to help really clear those additional layers of whatever's coming to the surface right now. So if you feel like there's any struggles or any challenges or anything that's currently going on in your life, just know that you are fully supported by your team and spirit, and connect with your network if you have supportive loved ones, family, friends, coworkers, colleagues, your soul family, whoever you feel connected with. It's a beautiful time to reach out. It's okay to ask for help. And the other message that's coming up right now, and this is, like I said, from the Moonology Oracle cards deck that I'm working with, step out of your comfort zone. So that's a big message for each and every one of us. As we step out of our comfort zone, know that the universe rewards courageous behavior. And it's really allowing yourself to be your true authentic self. And if you feel like you're clearing anything from the throat chakra, if there's like coughing, clearing, it's additional release work, and just really speaking your truth. Like what is your truth, knowing that everyone has their own beliefs, and sharing your message or doing whatever it is that makes you feel good and wherever you're being guided at this time. Um, Really follow your what I'm hearing is really follow your inner, I like to call it your inner GPS system, your inner compass. And what is the direction, or what do you envision for yourself? If you start looking out in the next 3 to 6 months, what do you want that to look like for you? So what I was hearing in addition to this message, what complements it quite nicely, is as you let go of the fear, as you let go of learning to let go of your past, anything that feels like a bone ache or anything that's weighing heavy on your heart, anything that, like the sediment that just wants to come up and be purged and be released, working through those layers like I talked about. We're making space for all the abundance that is truly surrounding us, and everything that's already there. It's already, I always talk about this, it's already written in the stars, and what's yours is truly yours. So it's paving the way, making space, making room for what you envisioned, this new earth to look like. What do you want your world to look like? Your immediate surroundings and even the world in general, and ask yourself, what can I do as a light worker, as you know a healer, a shaman, a psychic, a medium, whatever, however you identify with yourself. What can I do to not only show up for myself, but what can I do to show up for others? How can I help others? And it is a beautiful process because there's that exchange of energy, and you're not only teaching, you're not only holding space for others, but you're also receiving beautiful gift as well. So really being aware of that. I'm just looking at your comment, Isabel. I'm so glad that this speaks to you. Yeah, just really take some time to go within, Isabel, and if you feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders, your best friend right now is going to be breath work. And that may sound like the simplest thing in the world, but it's the most powerful thing that you can do to get your nervous system out of fight, flight, or freeze, which is like a response from the body. So when you're breathing spirit back into the body, and it's allowing you to be more present, be more aware, be more mindful before you take action or have or react to a situation. And know that whatever is going on with others, it's their journey, things that they chose to sign up for, that we each and every one of us chose to sign up for. Um, when we were a soul before reincarnated into to human form with all these emotions, and there's different things that we came in to experience at this time. So hold loving space for yourself. You can hold, you can send loves and prayers to your loved ones, whoever's going through a hard time right now, and just really be there with your support team, whoever your network is at this time, and get some extra rest if you can, and just remember to just be gentle with you. And whenever I'm on these lives, my hope and intention is that you receive something, like a takeaway from this. And even just listening to the sound of my voice and connecting with the message that's coming through, there's a lot of information that I share, and we each have our own soul signature as far as how we deliver healing. So when I talk about light language, it's delivered, from my eyes, the words that I speak. I channel the information. I can sing it. I can sign it. I express it through dance, through movement, through my artwork. So just having this connection right now is going to be very therapeutic for you today. So with this meditation that I'm going to be doing, hi Meg, thank you for hopping on. So beautiful to see you. All right, so with this meditation that I'm going to be doing today, this is just really going to help with releasing it with release work, like the messages that came through that I shared earlier, as far as releasing the past, being more present in, in the now moment, and making space for what's coming and everything that's already there. But it's literally learning to get out of our own way in order for the universe to start delivering in things, through people, places, things, all these beautiful, abundant gifts, and being able to like open our arms, open our hearts to receive the information, receive the blessings, and receive the help that's there. If you look all around you and everything that you've created to date, we are magical creators. And if you look at where you're at right now, it's even being in a space of gratitude, being grateful for another day, being grateful for your health, being present for yourself, being grateful for your health, being grateful for a clean slate to, if you want to feel like, another day is another day to literally start over and wipe the slate clean and move forward on your journey. And like that card mentioned earlier, stepping out of your comfort zone. So taking those action steps as you're being guided. And it's, dropping from your head into your heart and allowing the information to come through, and then taking those action steps. It's through that change behavior that we start to see results. So at this time, I'm going to get started with the meditation. So if you want to find a comfortable place, you can sit down for this on a chair, on the floor if you're more comfortable, on a cushion. If you want to lie down, and just give you a couple minutes with this. And anywhere that you're not going to be distracted or have minimal to no distractions. And if you want to put your cellular devices on mute at this time, that's perfect. Just take this, couple of minutes just for you. So, anyone that's just joining me today that's not familiar with me or my work, I'm the owner and founder of Angelic Hands LLC. I started my practice back in 2016, but I actually started my holistic wellness journey back in, I want to say, the 1990-91 time frame. I knew very early on as a little girl that there were different things, different psychic abilities that I had, but at that time I didn't know what you called it, or I just knew certain things. I felt certain things and had different experiences. And fast forward to 1990, 91 time frame, I started learning different things. I started remembering different things and had different mentors and amazing teachers along the way that helped me to awaken and remember who I am, who I've been, and all these different tools that are available to each and every one of us, and really, digging into uh, to that toolbox and energy healing and working with psychic abilities, working with my gifts of being a medium, and fast forward to present time. I absolutely love what I do, and I'm quantum life coach. I do psychic readings, medium readings, Reiki therapy. I also teach Reiki workshops, do different classes, and I do something that's called quantum energy healing and light language healing, which is something that I mentioned earlier today. So I wear a lot of different hats. There's a lot of different things that I work with, but I love it. I've not only seen the changes in myself over the years, but with every client that I've ever worked with and that I'm currently working with. It's such a beautiful process to be a part of, to be able to hold space for another person and as they're walking and working through their journey, and just to see, where they started and how they're progressing. And it really comes down to having patience in the process, giving yourself that permission to feel, having the dedication, focus, consistency, and making that time for you. That daily self-care is so important. And to be able to stand in front of the mirror and comfortably say the words, I love you, and actually feel it, believe it, and mean it. So hopefully you had an opportunity to find somewhere that's, a spot that's comfortable for you. So at this time, and I'm going to do the same because I want to make sure that my attention is committed to this meditation. So we're going to close our eyes, and you're just going to focus on the sound of my voice. Listen to the sound of your breath. So we're going to do a grounding and centering technique. And then I'm going to walk you through this meditation. I might even channel in a little bit of light language. We'll see how this goes as far as the direction that I'm being guided in with spirit. So, anyone that's not familiar with light language, it's the language of the cosmos, the language of the universe. To your human egoic mind, it may sound like I'm speaking a bunch of gibberish. However, your soul will completely understand the message, and it will be delivered at the deepest cellular level of your body. It's amazing and powerful healing for the body, the mind, the spirit. So at this time, with your eyes closed, I'd like you to take a nice deep breath in through the nose. Try to hold that belly breath for a count of 3 if you can, and completely exhale out of the mouth. If you can't hold the belly breath, that's okay. Just breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Just a couple more breaths, breathing in through the nose and completely exhaling the air out of the mouth. And once more, in through the nose and out through the mouth. Now just focusing on your breath as normal, just being present in the here and the now. I'd like you to imagine that you have roots growing out of the bottoms of both of your feet. And if you're not a visual person, that's okay. Just hold the intention that you have roots growing out of the bottoms of both of your feet. You're pushing through the floor, or if you're outside, just pushing through the ground, and continuing to get longer and longer, pushing through the many, many layers of Mother Earth. They're going to continue to get longer and longer until you get to the core of Mother Earth. You may see a color. You're going to imagine that you're wrapping these beautiful roots around this Mother Earth, this Mother Gaia energy. Now, I'd like you to redirect these energy filled roots back up in the direction of where they came from, calling them back up into both of your feet, continuing to bring this energy up through both of your legs, drawing this energy up through the center of your tailbone, and filling the inside your inner cavity, your body, filling it with this beautiful energy, continuing to move up to the center of your body, extending out both of your shoulders, your heart, your arms, tips of your fingers, up to the center of your throat, front and back of your head, moving up past your third eye, and moving up way past your head, making a connection as one with the universe. Continue to focus on your breath and the sound of my voice. We're going to go on a little journey. I'd like you to imagine a peaceful place that you can go to at any time. This might be a beach for you with beautiful sand, might be a beautiful green pasture with the most beautiful green grass you've ever seen, or a garden with different colored flowers, beautiful trees with birds chirping in the background. Allow this peaceful place to come up for you at this time. This is your special place. Just imagine that you're starting to walk forward. It's welcoming you in. And up ahead, you notice that there's either a bench or a chair or a cushion that's inviting you to have a seat. Continue to walk up to this chair, this bench, or this cushion, and allow yourself to have a seat. You will notice to the right of you, there is a piece of paper and a pen or a pencil, and the paper is attached to a clipboard. You have a nice sturdy writing surface. And at this time, I'd like you to take the writing instrument, pen, pencil. I'd like you to jot down whatever it is that you would like to release at this time. You can start it out as I am releasing fear. I am releasing, let's fill in the blank. Working with these full moon intentions. Let's take a moment to do this. Just allow whatever is coming up at this time just to be present with it. Just take another minute with this. So now that you have everything written down on this piece of paper, we're going to do a little ceremony. You're going to imagine that you're folding up this piece of paper. Continue to fold it up until it's small enough to fit into the palm of your hand. And you're going to imagine that you're placing it against your heart. And we're now going to release it to the universe. So you may see, depending on where you're at, you may see a fireplace in front of you or a fire pit. And you're going to take this piece of paper and you're going to gently place it into the fireplace or into the fire pit, releasing it and letting it go. Just allowing the beautiful golden embers to slowly disintegrate this piece of paper, releasing anything that's no longer serving you, anything that's no longer serving your highest good. At this time, take one final look around this beautiful space wherever you're at, expressing gratitude for this time for you. I'd like you to join me on our journey back. So wherever you were seated, if it was on a chair, on a bench, on a cushion, on the beach, in the grass, going to imagine that you're standing up. We're going to start to journey back. And I will begin on a count of 3, bringing us back into the present moment, to the now. 3, 2, 1. You can have a nice gentle stretch, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes. How's everyone doing? And I hope that this was helpful for you. So, with today and tomorrow, take some time to reflect on this. If you know of anyone that may benefit from this, or if you want to watch it again, you can come back to this at any time. Feel free to like this page, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm streaming live in both places today. Feel free to share this information and take some time to reflect on any messages that come up for you. If there's any emotions that come to the surface, always give yourself permission to feel. Remember to stay hydrated, drinking lots and lots of water, get some rest, and remember the messages that came through. Follow your heart and remember to step out of your comfort zone. Thank you for joining me today. I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your week and an amazing weekend. Take care.